This is African News on Star FM 101.5. I am Tomi St. Ujo. Morocco's King Mohammed VI has launched the country's nationwide coronavirus vaccine campaign, getting his injection at the Royal Palace in the city of Fez. The palace released pictures showing the monarch wearing a face mask being jabbed in the arm on Thursday. And the pictures are on Twitter. Vaccines will be free for all Moroccan citizens and foreigners living in the North African Kingdom, according to a government statement. The campaign will take place gradually and target people aged between 17 and 75 years old. A Dutch court is set to give its verdict on Friday in a case pitting 4 Nigerian farmers against oil giant Shell over oil pollution in Nigeria's Niger Delta region. The case is linked to spills in Goi, Ogoniland, Oruma in Bayelsa State, and the third in Ikot Ada, Udo, Akwa Ibom State. The appeals court in Hague will rule on the farmers' claim for compensation, a cleanup of the villages, and a commitment that Shell will prevent similar incidents from happening in the future. Shell, however, has denied any wrongdoing. The case was brought against Shell by the 4 farmers in the Dutch arm of the environmental group Friends of the Earth. 2 of the farmers have died since the case was filed first in 2008. The environmental group has tweeted that they believe the farmers are entitled to the compensation and that Shell should clean up its mess after all. And the German government agreed on Thursday to ban all travel from high-risk countries, including South Africa, Britain, Portugal, and Brazil. The restrictions are due to be signed on Friday and could come into force as early as Saturday, according to Spiegel magazine. Germany's Interior Minister Horst Schäfer announced this ahead of a meeting with EU ministers on Thursday in an effort to limit new virus mutations entering the country. The ban would include all air travel and road travel, but German nationals who are returning home could be excluded. And Algeria is set to receive its first doses of the COVID-19 vaccine on Friday and begin immunization on Thursday. On Saturday, the communications minister said the country will receive the Russia Sputnik V vaccine and says other doses from China and India are expected later. The elderly and health workers are among first recipients of the vaccines. The immunization is set to begin in the province of Bida, and the country's president Abdelmajid Tebboune is still in Germany, where he's being treated for complications arising from his coronavirus treatment last year. The country has recorded 106,359 cases of coronavirus, including 2,877 deaths, according to data from Johns Hopkins University. And lastly on the news, an Irish mountain climber died early Thursday after developing breathing problems while climbing Kenya's highest peak, Mount Kenya, the Kenya Wildlife Services said. The 40-year-old male developed breathing problems in one of the stopovers Australian hut and was evacuated by a rescue team to a nearby campsite before being airlifted to the hospital. He was in a critical condition and was pronounced dead on arrival at the hospital, the Wildlife Agency said in the statement. The mountain climber arrived at the Mount Kenya National Park on Monday. And that's it on African News on Star FM 101.5. It was produced and edited by Stanley Ikau. I am Tomi St. Ujo. Good morning.